Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rudy and let's get into some tips. I'm gonna help you guys how to get started, okay? First of all, no liquid calories. You're gonna cut out your liquid calories. You're just gonna drink water. And I know a lot of you guys are like, no, like I can't. So you're gonna have to find some replacements. You're gonna find something that you can do or replace it with. And when I say liquid calories, I'm talking about like frappes, I'm talking about Starbucks, I'm talking about soda pop, you know what I mean? Coke, Sprite, all that stuff. I'm talking about cutting that stuff out. I'm not talking about, you know, a protein shake, which is still liquid. Like, you know, you can still have your protein shake. Just make sure that you're picking the right protein, something that's going to be low on calories, healthy proteins, that kind of stuff, right? You can still do black coffee, you can do some teas, things like that. And if you really like, if you're like, I can't, like I'm gonna keep it real, I can't lose the soda, I can't, you're gonna have to find a replacement. You're gonna have to find something that's a low calorie, like Crystal Light, Propels, something at least to like wing you off until you get to a point where it's like, yeah, I can do just water. Like what? Like just water is fine. I'm not gonna die. Like once you hit that point, like that's great, you know? So start cutting out liquid calories. The next step is find out where you're at. Figure out how much you weigh, figure out your body type and what your body needs to maintain the weight and to lose the weight. So you wanna know how many calories you're gonna need. For instance, for me, like I have it written down, for me to keep my weight what I'm at, 182, 183, 180, you know, to be right there, my current weight, okay, fuck. But to maintain it, it's 2,100 calories. Each day, I have to eat that, 2,100 calories. That'll keep me at my same weight. If I wanna lose weight, I usually do about, I'll take 1,500 to 1,600 calories at the current weight that I'm at. Remember that this is gonna be changing. You're gonna have to update this because you're gonna constantly be losing weight, right? Every couple of weeks or once you see a big notice or a big drop.
Once you see a big notice or a big change? Rudy, what? Look, nervous? I wasn't nervous. I wasn't nervous or anything. Like, what? Look, you guys know what I'm trying to say though, right? Like, once you notice a big difference, like once you see a big change, that's when you want to, you know, change that. So embarrassing. Ignore that.
In your weight, then you're also going to drop your calories because people think that, well, I'm eating healthy, I'm going to lose weight. I'm eating a bunch of vegetables, I'm eating chicken, I'm going to lose weight. Like that's healthy stuff. But you have to, you know how much of that stuff you're eating, and you have to, you know, smaller portions, because it's not gonna, your portions aren't going to be the same when you were 280 pounds and then when you're 250 pounds. So you are going to, it's something that you're going to have to keep changing. A lot of people don't tell you that, you know? A lot of people just tell you, oh yeah, just eat healthy, have a healthy meal and just eat your broccoli, your chicken, eat your good carbs and eat it. And like, yeah, but how much of that do I need for my body? You know, how much of that? So you're going to need to figure that out. You can Google a calorie calculator. That calorie calculator, it'll ask you for like your age, you know, your information, you'll put it in there and it'll tell you what you need. So say that you need 2,500 calories. If you subtract 500 calories and only take 2,000 calories, then that gives you you're gonna lose 1 pound per week if you do that. If you cut out 500 calories from what you are supposed to be eating to maintain, you're gonna drop 1 pound a week. And that's normal, you know, people always say like healthy, if you wanna lose the weight healthy, lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. That's healthy. So start off with just taking off 500 calories. You want to go a little bit more extreme, subtract another 250 calories. That'll give you some extreme, a little bit more extreme results to losing the weight, right? So you'll go from losing, maybe if you were losing 1 pound, you'll now lose 2 to 3 pounds, you know what I mean? But there is a certain amount of calories that like you don't want to go below. So like don't go too crazy and start cutting your calories down. Oh, I'm only having 1,000 calories or 1,200 calories. No, all right? Like don't go too crazy. Your body you start messing up your body. It starts eating away at the other stuff like your muscle and your other stuff that you need. So make sure that you're getting, you know, enough calories. It's a process, okay? You're going to figure it out. It's not something that I can't put all the information in this video and you just be like, that's the key. I'm gonna do that. But I mean, the food is gonna help get you there, right? And then be active, do some exercises, do something, even if it's just walking 30 minutes a day. If you want to start there and just walk 30 minutes a day, okay, just know that there is going to get a point, depending on how big you are, where you're going to need to do more. The walking is not just going to do it. Maybe at first, depending on how big you are, what your activity level is at now, it's going to help. Just you walking is going to help because you're probably not used to doing anything. So cutting down on your calories and walking, it's going to help. Once your body figures out like, okay, I'm used to this, you're going to stop losing the weight. So that's when you're going to start having to change things up. You're going to have to maybe jog, and then maybe do a little bit of weights, maybe do a little bit of it. You're going to have to constantly change it. This is something that you're going to have to constantly change. You're going to constantly change the food you eat. Maybe your body will get used to, okay, 1,800 calories is not doing it anymore. Your body got used to it. Cut it down a little bit. Or do intermittent fasting for like 1 day, 2 days. You know, that's something that I did every time that I felt like my body's getting used to what I'm doing. My body's no longer losing weight. Because a lot of people will be like, oh, well, I'm not losing weight. I'm just putting on a bunch of muscle. And it's like, so you just, I mean, sometimes it's true, but it's just like, really, you're putting on all kinds of muscle. Because to be honest, it's hard to put on muscle. You don't just like build all kinds of muscle and get buff, because some people are scared. Like girls, you guys are scared. I mean, like my wife, like no shade or anything, but kind of shade. Is it shady? Nah, no shade. I kind of no. Use some weights, because like, nah, I don't want to get all bulky, and I don't want to. You're not going to get all bulky and just fucking buff. Like those girls on Instagram and shit that are buff, like that took a lot of time for them to get buff. It took a lot of years and a lot of hours in the gym, and that's something that they wanted to do. You're not just going to get buff if you start adding some weights to your routine. Yeah, don't be scared of that. Always change it up. Remember to change it up. I'm not talking about changing it up every day, but every couple of weeks you might want to change up your routine. Like I said, add intermittent fasting, different workout routines, you know, things like that. Change it up. What's most important is figuring out where you're at, because if you don't know where you're at, how are you going to know where to start? You know, people just start eating healthy and they're like, well, this is it. It's broccoli and chicken for life, and you're going to get tired of that. So you got to make sure that you have some flexibility, and it's also something that you can incorporate into your lifestyle, and something that you can keep doing, something that you can keep doing for the rest of your life. This isn't something that's just, oh, I dieted for 3 months, I lost 30 pounds, now I'm good, because it'll come back, and that shit sucks. You know, I always lost 10, 15 pounds. I felt great. 1 cheat day turned into 2 cheat days, and then 3 cheat days, and then I was just, my whole week was a cheat week. It was all downhill, you know what I mean? And I was back up to gaining the weight. I was always at 180, 184. I'd lose 5 pounds. Felt good, like, oh man, that's 5 pounds. I probably lost more than 5 pounds. I probably lost like 10 pounds. But I had that same mentality of like, the rest is muscle. I turned it into muscle. So like, that's why I look a little bit more bulky. You know what I mean? Because it's muscle. So I lost some fat and gained some muscle. And my chest looking a little plump. I'm looking good. And that's where I'd mess up and just start eating bad. And oh well, like, I want to live. You know what I mean? I don't want to live my entire life restricted. You got to cut those ideas out of your head where it's just, I don't want to live my life like that. I don't want to be restricted. I want to eat. It's a balance, man. You can eat somewhat bad, but also try to fit it into, like, you know, your calories, so you're not going too overboard, or your macros if you're doing it that way, so you're not going too overboard. You can still enjoy food. It's just about not going overboard, you know what I mean? Like for me, 28 years, those 28 years, you know, I abused my body and I ate whatever I wanted, and tacos and this and that, eating whatever, just thinking like, I'm just gonna work it off and I'm just gonna go to the gym. And that will never work. Like, you will never be able to outwork a bad diet. You know, don't ever think that like, oh, well, I ate a lot this weekend, so now I'm going to work out extra harder. That's not going to work. I mean, that might work if you're already skinny and like you put on a little bit of weight and you're going to work it off again. Like, sure, you can do that. But if you need to lose 40, 50 pounds, like me, I lost 120 pounds. I'm 120 pounds down. In order to lose that, I had to change my entire lifestyle. I had to change everything that I did. As far as going out, eating bad, the food that I was eating, everything has to change. You can still have those days when you might be flexible, But understand that it's like a cheat meal, not a cheat day, the whole day. And it's like the whole day from the minute you get up, you're going to have pizza and you're going to have this and you're going to have, like, that's still going to add up. And if you do that, that's going to mess up all your hard work that you did throughout that week. Don't do that. It's just a cheat meal. Even when I have a cheat meal or something, make it somewhat healthy. You know, it wasn't completely overboard. Like if I had ice cream, it was still like Halo Top ice cream that was still, you know, not as bad as like the rest. And you're gonna have to do a little bit of research. You're gonna have to do a little bit of work in figuring out how many calories are in this, or what's this, or 1 gram of protein has 4 calories, 1 gram of carbs have 4 calories, 1 gram of fat has 5 calories. You're gonna have to educate yourself. And maybe I'll put a lot of that information out. A lot of you guys like will hit me up with a bunch of questions. I try to answer them like as best as I can. A lot of you guys want like a whole plan from me. I can't like just do like a whole plan specifically for you, you know what I mean? There's questions that I'm gonna have to know about you, like, you know, your height, how much you weigh, what you're doing, you know what I mean, to get an idea. And then I would have to figure all this stuff out and then get all the food and what would be good for you to eat and stuff like that. It's not that I don't want to do that for you guys. That's a lot of you guys. You know what I mean? And if I did it for one of you guys, that would be fucked up if I didn't do it for the other person. You know what I mean? You know, I just want to be fair. Unless y'all paying me, I do. I'm just playing. But I mean, I'll put as much information as I can that you guys can use that will apply for you. But I mean, I feel like that's a good step, is the liquid calories, cutting that shit out for you guys, and then also figuring out where you're at, how much you weigh, subtract 600 calories from that, and now start building a meal or all your meals around that. Let's say your lunch, you want to do 350 to 400 calories. You can even go to 500 calories depending on how many meals throughout the day you want to do. Do you want to do just 3 meals a day? Do you want to do 3 meals and then 2 snacks throughout the whole day? You got to figure all that stuff out. What's going to work for you? Maybe you don't have that much time to do 5. Maybe you just do 4, which is your breakfast, a snack, or no snack there, and then you do your lunch and then a snack and then your dinner. You know what I mean? I don't know what your guys' routine is like, so you're gonna have to figure that out. You know, start planning out your meals. Maybe your snack you're gonna do about 200 calories, and then your meals you're gonna do about, like I said, 400 to 500 calories, depending on what your caloric deficit is gonna put you at. Oh, using those big words. Yeah, I know some of them, you know. But ask me some questions, I guess. I suppose put some questions, but not like, hey, Rudy, what should I eat throughout the whole day? Because it's like, I just told you, throughout the whole day? That's a lot, you know what I mean? But it's a little awkward, huh? Just, fuck, man, I'm still getting the hang of this, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lens looking at my soul, working on it. I'm gonna get the hang of it. Don't even worry about it. I'm trying to just mainly focus on the lens. Just know that it's hard because the viewfinder's right here and I want to look at it and I'm like tempted every time. I'm gonna try my best, you know. This is you guys. I'm gonna keep my focus on you guys and I'm gonna help you guys, all right? We're gonna help you guys get skinny. I know some of you guys are like, skinny? Why I gotta get skinny? I don't want to get skinny. Whatever your fitness goals are, I'm gonna try to help you, all right? If you're trying to get skinny, get not so skinny, muscle, we can build muscle, all right? Bruh, oh, that's a hoodie. There's muscle under there. I'll put some there. They're on my Instagram, all right? You guys can check out my Instagram. I'll link it all below. My Snapchat, Instagram, all of that. You know, there's before and after pictures. Just know you guys aren't alone. You guys aren't stuck. You guys can do it. I did it, and I used to eat cheeseburgers, date night, all the time. Me and my wife would go out, buffet, Chinese buffet, pizza, this, that, the other, tacos, all of that. I used to eat all of that, and I still do. I just eat it in moderation. I don't like buffets. I just don't like them anymore because it's like, I feel weird. Like, I could just eat salad, but I'm just like, I just don't like buffets. Like, I don't go to buffets. I go to every other place. I just don't like buffets. I feel like it sucks. Like, ever since I was little, you know, my parents were always like, they made me eat, boy. Like, if you're going to a buffet and you get one plate, you know your parents was going to...
One plate for... Why'd you fucking come for one plate? For one plate you come? No.
Or if you, oh no, if you fucked around and got a salad, or if you fucked around and got some peaches or some.
That's why. That's why I bring you to the so you can get peaches for.
No, esas son mamadas, ¿para qué? Eso lo comes en la casa, una pinche lata y... No, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you did that shit, like, your parents was gonna be pissed. One plate, I'm paying $12, $15, $17 for this fucking buffet for you to get one plate? No. If I do go to a buffet, I don't pay for mine because I'm not gonna eat. I don't like to eat at a buffet. Like, I still take like the kids, the wife to the buffet. I'll either take my prepped meal with me. I'm gonna have to do that. And also, don't be ashamed, don't be shy. Like, oh no, that's fucking embarrassing, Rudy. I'm not taking my food. Like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's more embarrassing, you know? Like, not being able to run and being all winded, or, you know, taking your food, you know? Like, who cares? Like, that's what you want. Like, that's gonna help you, that's gonna benefit you. Fuck what people say. Take your food with you. I would not go back. I would, if they were like, Rudy, you know, would you keep living the lifestyle that you're living and eating like all this vegan food and plant-based food and, you know, not eating this and not eating that, or going back to eating unhealthy and just fuck it, who cares? I wouldn't do it. Even if they were like, Rudy, I'm gonna pay you, I'd be like, how much you gonna pay me? Because, you know, money is money. I'll do something strange for a piece of change. No, I'm playing, all right? I'm not gonna do something strange for a piece of change. But, and I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go back. It got to a point where I'd go to work, I fucking hated parking far. Damn, your feet hurt. Like, when you're that big, your feet hurt. Walking, like, they really just hurt. Like, you're gonna go through some pain, but it's gonna be worth it. Like, I know that you guys are gonna be like, man, this working out shit isn't just because it's hurting because I'm fat. It's hurting because, like, my feet hurt, my knees hurt. Once you lose the weight, a lot of that shit is gonna go away. Also, make sure to take your vitamins, you know, multivitamins, fish oil, all kinds of vitamins. Take your vitamins. That's gonna be all. I'm gonna put out more videos, all right? I'm gonna put some helpful shit, some other stuff. Leave me some questions. I'll answer your guys' questions. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll link some other videos. I'm pretty sure I have another healthy tips or what I ate in a day. I have another one on my wife's channel. I'll link, and if I can't link it or I don't find it, I'm sure it's there. Either way, I'm gonna put out more content, all right? Thanks for watching.